posted it was. Are you muted? Is this muted? No. Hello everyone, this is Bill and Bob,
Yo, yo, yo.
and we are going to be starting shortly. And this is going to be the mod of the HTC Vive with the GearVR lenses.
This is actually going to be the screw up at the HTC Vive.
It's not.
This is where we break an HTC Vive. Mandy, you going out?
All right,
Yo, 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 yo.
so welcome everybody who is joining the recap of this video. So we've seen a lot of Reddit posts where everybody's doing the, well, a lot of people are doing the GearVR lens.
It's a little bit of the talk, so we're going to try it.
So we figured, we've seen a lot of Reddit posts where people had a lot of questions on how to do it and what they're doing. This is not a how-to video.
Nope, this is a, unless you watch us jack it up, then it's a how to jack it up video.
This is two guys that are going to attempt to do the
Jack it up.
lens replacement. Just a heads up that we do have a whole bunch of gear here. Some of it was recommended, obviously, from the threads. We are going to try our best to do what was recommended in the threads. And just a heads up, we have two GearVRs, and downstairs we have an additional
Headset.
Vive headset hooked up to a PC. So we'll be able to compare the Vive once it's done to what it used to be. But hopefully we'll obviously see a difference once this is done.
The biggest problem with this mod, I would think, before we even get started, I'm just talking out loud, no beer in me. The problem with this is that once you upgrade the lenses, you have to go off the memory.
Yeah, exactly.
So for people that only have one Vive, they throw in the lens, they try it, they're going off of memory to see if it works.
So we have a slight advantage.
Yeah, we have a slight advantage. We're going to switch between a modded and an unmodded.
Okay.
And that'll give us a true.
So let's talk about the equipment we're going to use.
And then we have a bunch of people watching already. I have the chat going. Greetings, Joe. Any questions that you have, throw us your questions. But we're going to swing the camera around in a little bit. We're going to show you the downstairs. And then, but Bill's going to go through all the equipment that we have, not necessarily what you need, but what we have that's sitting in front of us. Go, Bill.
Okay, so first, you may be wondering why we have the white GearVRs. The white GearVRs are not going to work. Only the black ones are going to work. So I pulled this out. because hopefully, if we have time permit, I don't want this video to be extra long, but if time permits, we're going to compare the 3 lenses. So I'm going to pop out a lens out of the white ones. The white ones are the 2015 model, and the black ones, which is right here, we just got them today, are the 2016 model. Now I'm going to leave a link to Amazon. This actually cost around $15.99, I think it was. 16 bucks. Yeah. Which there is a Prime version that was like $25, but this one was $15, and it said it was going to take 2 weeks to get here, and it's only been a few days. Literally, I think it was 3 days.
Yeah, we weren't planning on doing this until next week. Now, luckily, we have our own 3D printer, so it wasn't a matter of waiting for our prints to come in. We were able to print ahead of time and get things ready to do this video.
Right.
So we lucked out.
So we've got 2 of these. We've got 2 GearVRs, because hopefully if everything goes well and it looks freaking phenomenal, we're going to be doing the second Vive. So we're going to start off with one of these. We got this one. In addition to the GearVR and obviously the HTC Vive, you are going to need to print these lens adapters. These lens adapters are on Thingiverse, and we'll also leave a link to that below. Now, there are 2 types of lens adapters. I printed them both just so we can try either ors. So one of them is this one here, which is 1 solid piece, and this side goes into the Vive, and then the lens clicks into this side. This is if you have 20/20 vision.
Right.
Now, that is questionable, because this is a question like me and Bob raised to each other. When the makers of this refers to 20/20 vision, is he referring to you do not need glasses when you play your Vive vision, or is he referring to you have perfect vision and you don't need to adjust?
Yeah, we questioned it. So we may end up going with the 20/20 vision, because what we end up noticing is that we've thrown many Vive parties, as probably all of you have, and we've noticed that we don't adjust the headset. We don't actually have the headset be pushed in front of us a little bit. We don't compensate for wearing glasses. We may end up just going with the 20/20 vision because we don't see ourselves pushing in front or moving ahead. Joe has asked what type of filament
this was PLA.
So that is actually the cheapest PLA, one of the cheapest PLAs.
Yeah, printed at Inland PLA.
Yeah, Inland
this was
PLA.
printed at 1.0. It recommended on his site to print
0.1.
1.0.
0.1.
I'm sorry, yeah, 0.1.
0.1.
I normally print at 0.15, and it is recommended on the site to print the threaded ones on 0.1 and this one on 2.0. But because I put all these on the same bed, I printed these at 0.1. Now, this one here has threads on it, and this will allow you to adjust the Vive lens, the GearVR lens onto the Vive. And I sort of screwed up where I did not mark the left and the right side.
Not sort of screwed up. He freaking screwed up.
I messed up big time. But here's the tip with these. So we did some research. If you read the Thingiverse, this is actually a very helpful, posted on the Thingiverse.
Yeah, it's in the comments.
If you can turn the thread counterclockwise, which this one does, it rotates, it comes out. No, I'm sorry, this one actually turns right to come out. This would be the right-hand side. If you can turn the threads counterclockwise to the left, that would be the left-hand side. So we've got both of these printed out. We don't know if we're going to use these or not, but we'll get to that when we actually get the GearVR out. In addition to these, we have, by the way, we have 2 sets of these. If you read the Reddit post, you're going to see that there's one of the big problems is that dust will get inside your Vive, and we're kind of prepared for that. You know, when I think this is going to go all warm and fuzzy, I do have a dust cleaner blower, which will allow me to blow the dust or remove the dust so I can suck it in, depending on how much dust gets in the Vive. I'm kind of hoping none gets in, but we have this as a backup. The scariest part of this whole thing is actually going to be taking the lenses out of the HTC Vive.
Yeah, I would think.
I know there's a video out there.
He was going to, let's say that we were going to use this, right?
Yeah, so there's a video out there where somebody's using an X-Acto knife, and we do have an X-Acto knife that we're prepared to use, where you could take the lenses out. reading all of the Reddit posts. We're going to try the best method possible. And somebody had posted to use a suction cup. And that's what we're going to attempt first. We're going to attempt to put the suction cup on the lens.
Maybe an epic fail.
It might fail. And then we're going to try to pull the lens out of the Vive if need be. I have a tool here that, because everybody else says to don't use an X-Acto knife, you hear everything from a butter knife to, chipping the tip off of an X-Acto knife. We're going to do our best to apply just a little bit of pressure to try to pull it off of the adhesive and then slide this under if need be to get the rest of it out. If that doesn't work, then we'll try something thinner to get it into the Vive to try to pull it out. But that is going to be the scariest part. I don't think it's going to be the hardest part. No, I think it's going to be the scariest part.
I actually think the hardest part is going to come with that gear.
Yeah, now the GearVR, taking it apart, is probably going to be the most difficult part. And these old ones are not hard at all. Inside the GearVR, there's these 3 tabs. If you just take off this front panel, you can just take anything like this tool right here and pop it into these 3 tabs, and that will pop off this black rim on the back of it. You could take that off and the lens pops right out.
And Joe is suggesting that we moisten the suction cup first.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so that it grabs suction and pull it out. So good suggestion.
Yeah,
you're gonna what?
I'm gonna hock a loogie right on that thing. No, I'll
you
wait.
ain't touching mine, dude.
I'll wait it first.
Do yours.
So, but the reason why these don't work is because these lenses are actually smaller than the GearVR lenses. So that pretty much wraps up what we have. Other than that, we have just your basic stuff, lens cleaners, and a lint-free cloth that we can use to clean the lens if anything should happen. And I think that is it. I think we're set. I think we're ready to go. Bob's going to control the dock to explain how to take apart the GearVR.
And also, I'm going to keep an eye on chat, so keep the questions coming. And now, Joe, I noticed that you're giving some good suggestions. So if you can, just let us know if you've actually attempted this mod, if you've done this mod already. We appreciate your help. While we do this, while we create this monstrosity of a video.
Okay, so we're going to start with the unboxing of the GearVR, which obviously is not an unboxing video, but let's just do this thing. Let me make sure we got in frame here. Okay, so obviously this is new. I say new because I don't know if these were refurbished for $15. I could care if it comes without pieces as long as the lenses are in there. Okay, so let me put this aside. Okay, take this wrapper off.
All right, I have step 1 ready to go when you're ready.
Okay, so we're going to take this little case off here.
Whoa. Step 1, take the case off.
Oh, dude.
That's step 1. Don't jump ahead. All right. Well, you need to. All right, good. You good?
Okay. All right. So we got the case off. So I know that underneath.
Yeah. So you're looking at 6 screws.
Yeah. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 1 here, or there's 2.
There's actually 2 in the
middle. So we've got to take this little piece off here. So let's start by taking these off here. So let me grab an X-Acto knife because those are pretty thin. Okay. And let me try not to slice my finger off.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so there's 1 popped out. Now remember, this is not an instructional video, kiddies. This is 2 guys that are just attempting to do this. So if we're doing something wrong.
Joe's suggestion while you're doing that, might want to get sandwich baggies and label for left and right lenses for.
Oh, that's a good idea. I was actually going to use these bags.
Okay.
And just write left and right. When we get to that point, I'll empty these. Oh,
all right.
Thanks,
we got standby. So while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and write my. Hey, thank you, sweetie. I'm going to go ahead and write left and right on here. So let me grab a marker.
This looks like it's just the sticker. Okay, so we got the sticker. So these are small screws. A lot smaller than I originally thought. So let me see if this screwdriver fits. and it does. So I'm going to put these screws in the order that they came out, because I did read that the order in which these come out is the order you have to put them back in again. But I'll test that as I'm pulling these stuff out.
Is it coming out?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
And just to let you know, there is no protection on that lens right there. There is on this side.
They are way bigger than
Yeah.
the other. Hold on, I'm going to see it, because it's the first time I'm seeing the lenses on that. No wonder they tell you not to use it. Oh yeah, dude, look at that.
Yeah, we'll show you once we pull these lenses out. I'll pull that lens out, because I could just pop that lens out, and I'll show you the difference between the two. Maybe the designer can design one for the 2015 models. He said he was going to in the Thingiverse post.
Yeah, but I wonder how that's going to screw up the field of view.
Yeah, I imagine the field of view would be a lot less. I don't know if it would be worth doing. I mean, if you got them floating around and you want to try it, go for it.
All right, how many screws we got?
We got 2 more. And I'm going to use the table behind me to put these screws in the order I pulled them out.
I was just going to get you a little cup.
Oh, okay. Or Bob's going to get me a little cup. Okay, so looking at the screws, so for people that want to know, these screws, I'm going to debunk the first thing.
Okay.
These screws look identical. So I don't think there's any actual order you have to put these screws in. They do look absolutely identical. Identical. So I'm going to put these in here.
Joe said, I'm not sure if that's the name of the brand, but the lenses in the white GearVR look like circa 1980 contact lenses.
He's probably right. Okay,
they're
so
super small. All right,
so I got my jar full of
all
parts.
right, I'm going to step number 3.
I think step number 3 is to actually literally smash it onto the floor.
Well, it does say to get to the motherboard.
Okay, so
look at you.
I didn't pay attention to you. So it looks like here we have a ribbon cable. That's here. Does this mention anything about a ribbon cable?
Use the blue plastic opening tool to remove the rest of the pop connectors from the motherboard.
Smelling BS.
The larger gold connector is lightly glued, so it may take more of an effort to remove the others.
Okay, all right, so here's what I'm saying. Did you skip a step?
At step 3, step 2 was removing the screws.
Okay, look at that picture right there. Oh, that next picture. What's that say?
After the 6 screws are complete,
Remove.
There's 4 more screws here.
Lift the front foam mount up and to the left. When handling the replacement, be careful not to strain or harness the wires.
I need a new navigator.
Well, dude, all it has is it's blocked out, dude. There's really nothing here.
Okay, so I'm removing, in here, there is an additional 4 screws holding this piece in place. I'm removing this to get to the motherboard.
I think you should remove the additional 4 screws on the left-hand side to get to the motherboard. It's not in the instructions, but
yeah,
that's what
it's
I'm
funny because I see a picture over there. Okay, all right, so we got that out. Let me grab my handy-dandy tool here and see if we can't pop this open.
What was that? What was that?
Did you see that?
Oh, was that the screw?
Yeah, that was the screw.
Where did it go?
It fell right here on the table. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, look, that just popped right off.
Okay.
And
good job.
And this just popped right off.
You weren't planning on reusing the gear, right?
So yeah. Okay. So this is off. All right. So so on here there is a spot right here for this cable to go, and that fit right in there. And by taking off that thing, I accidentally just popped that off.
It says be careful when removing the front panel, not to pull the. No, I'm just joking.
Okay.
All right.
In the process, though, I did lose pretty much all the screws. Oh, there's one. So I lost 2 screws. So let's put these here. Honestly, I don't plan on reusing this Vive. I mean, this VR headset anyway. So we're going to move on.
Okay.
So we've got now this plate. And they say that this has to come off this.
Yeah, use the blue plastic opening tool, which I'm assuming you're going to use. What do you got there?
Well, you really shouldn't use metal for this.
Okay.
But
and remove the rest of the pop connectors from the motherboard. The larger gold connector is lightly glued down, so it may take some effort to remove the.
all right, I can tell you this, that the gold one is glued down. Okay, I got it off.
Okay, all right. Step 5. Now, are you showing a close up of the things that you removed?
Okay, so this was just, if you look closely, this right here, it's kind of hard to tell, but this piece on the very end slid on this part of the motherboard.
Okay.
Okay, so you could literally just take this and slide that back in there, pop it back into place.
Gotcha.
And the other ribbon cable actually popped into that piece right there.
Okay.
Okay, so we're good there.
All right, so let me check the chat, and then we'll move on to step 4. No, we're good in the chat. All
Okay.
right, thanks everybody for sticking around and checking it out. Hopefully we're not going to screw it up. All right, step 4 is you can now remove the motherboard from the mask.
Okay, so
Make sure that nothing is connected to the motherboard before you try to remove it.
well, that's kind of a
Does
dumb
plugging
statement to me. I mean, how do I know there's not something behind it?
Yeah, well, it says as pulling it pulling it with something connected may break the connection. So,
Doesn't matter if you're not.
but we don't. I mean, to be honest with you, dude, we could really just grab a hacksaw.
We could. This is not giving. Is there a step to removing this? Oh,
They just pried underneath it.
there's the other screw.
I was going to say, what is that rat on?
Found the other screw.
You can now remove the motherboard from the mask. That's all it says. See, that sounds
Seems
like there's
snug.
something. Is there another screw there?
Ah.
Let me go back and make sure that we didn't miss a screw. No.
Oh, wait.
Wait a minute.
I see what the problem is, I think. You look. Go back up. You forgot to take that off.
Oh, Bill, stop.
What?
You missed a step.
There's
something else
there's
on the
something
motherboard.
here. There's a black peg here that they're pointing to.
Here, I can show you. Right.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's got to come off?
According to this.
Oh, that was it.
Okay.
Dear Lord.
Do you want me to read the instructions?
Oh, my goodness. People? People?
You
I'm
said
gonna
you're
tell
not
you
planning
now.
on using it. Hush, hush. Just silence. All right. So, did that help at all?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, why does it seem like something? Okay. All right. Step 5. Inner mask. All right. So it looks like that you have 8 screws
Dear Lord, these
that
screws.
have to be removed,
All
and
right,
then the
so-
panel can come off.
Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I'm going to
All
start
right.
at the top.
So while you're doing that, I'm going to jump back in the chat. See what's going on now. All right, so Anita loves Joe's ideas too. So we're all loving Joe. Joe's getting a lot of love. All right, for those that are just jumping in, so we have 2 GearVRs, one on standby, one that we're taking apart now. We have 2 HTC Vives, one that is currently hooked up, one that we're going to do the mod on. If this is successful, then we're going to be able to swap. This will give us the advantage of swapping back and forth between the 2 Vives to see if we see anything noticeable. Another thing we decided to do, and this is very huge in the comments, every time this subject gets brought up, is can you test it in Elite Dangerous? Yes, that's what we're going to test it in today. We're going to test it in Elite Dangerous and see if we notice and we spend many hours in Elite, so we can honestly let you know whether or not we see a big difference in Elite Dangerous or not. But if all goes well, it should be pretty quick that we would notice something. So we have both of them all set up, ready to go. So it should be fascinating to see what happens if we can get the screw out.
This screw is playing hard to get.
The white GearVR, the lenses are much smaller than the black ones. So the adapters that we printed from Thingiverse right now currently are made for the black model. I'm sure the white ones would also work, but I don't know if it's going to have the clarity or it's going to screw up the FOV or those sort of things. So. Are you also going to back up your configuration and attempt to barrel? Oh, the barrel.
Oh, that's a good
distortion.
question.
So that's a really good question, Joe.
Because we're over at my brother's house and this is my Vive, we're not going to do that piece tonight. But I am going to do that. Want to follow a video, maybe tomorrow, or if we do Bob's video.
He said do.
If we do Bob's, then we will do the barrel adjustment.
Yeah, we may turn around and do the barrel. The barrel, what is it? The barrel distortion.
Yeah.
We may try that, but the problem is some people have reported that you may not be able to go back. So
yeah, it's just a matter of making sure you back up your file and you have that, email it to yourself or something like that. But we'll get to that part. Hopefully we can get to that.
Yeah. So Joe's right. Right now we're opening up the 2016 version of the GearVR. Which we found online for about $16, and it shipped pretty quickly. So once this is done, we'll throw a link in the description where we found it. I think they were going pretty quick though, weren't they? When we logged in, I don't know how many they have left, but you can find them anywhere from 15 to $25 online.
All right, there is one screw here that is stuck. Let me try another screwdriver.
Yeah, we're a bit skeptical also, Joe. Joe is saying that he's a bit skeptical that changing that file for the distortion actually works. And yeah, we're a little bit skeptical also. So, but hey, you know what? We'll know. We're just excited to see if we get some clarity. We know that the Vive Pro launched, and of course, I don't know who is going to pay $800 unless you're a developer. We play a lot of Vive at my house. And even with us, with 4 people constantly in the Vive, I mean, right now we're spending hours and hours and hours in Skyrim. I still can't justify the Pro. Just can't do it. Is it really that stuck?
It's really that stuck. I'm hoping I didn't strip it, but can't get it out.
And it is this one here?
Yeah, the top right. Can't get it out.
All right, our first hurdle. It's bound to happen. It'd rather happen to us than somebody else. All right, so right now we're struggling getting the, is that the last screw?
It's the last screw.
All right, so according to the instructions, once that's done, you should be able to pop the whole thing out. So if worst case scenario is we just force the whole, oh, you got it?
No.
We force the whole thing out and pop the screw, right? Like that's supposed to all just pop out. What? What's the matter? This is more exciting than opening Al Capone's bolt. Wow, it's really stuck, huh?
Yeah, it's really.
You think we're gonna have to go with the breaking method?
We might have to break it.
I have another set of screwdrivers. You want me to get them?
You want to see if you get a small one, like
Yeah.
about that size? So I think I'm really just at this point just stripping it. I mean, I can probably just break it at this point, since it is the only screw holding it in. You know what? You know what? All right, look, guys. All right, look. Here we go. I'm gonna pull this up closely because at this point of the instructions, it tells you to unscrew this faceplate. And now that I'm looking at this closely, I don't think you have to do that. Because the whole idea is to get to these tabs right here, and I can now see the tabs. So I'm going to go ahead and try popping these tabs and seeing if they come loose.
That's the castle, that's Disney. How many tabs does he have open? Yeah, here it is.
Try not to hit the lens.
It says don't push too hard or you might break the tabs.
Yeah, that's what I'm not really worried about breaking the tab.
But what about the lens?
Because look, this one is completely off, like off of this. And I can get to the tab, but even, like I just pulled that one, I just pushed that one. That one just popped.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's what they meant. Don't do that. Okay, so,
Okay.
all right, so this right here is going to be Mr. Right lens.
You check any of these?
Dude, I got it.
Oh,
We
you got
didn't need to do that step.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's the right lens.
Oh wait, you're jumping ahead?
No, I'm not gonna wait for you. I'm actually gonna use a thin screwdriver here. That's
I
one.
can't keep track of which is which because I can't follow
Oh.
my tabs.
I got so many tabs
That's
open.
two.
Are we looking there, bro?
Here we go.
He's got
Okay.
them out.
This is the left lens. All right.
So
Now
Nice.
put this
All right.
aside.
Woohoo! All right. Sorry, looking at the comments here. Ready to turn out the face. Easy. You just jammed the flathead screwdriver into the 3 notches. Okay. All right. Yeah, we got it. Okay.
Okay, so
All right. So we're done with that portion, right? So now we move on to
I want to compare lens sizes.
Okay. Let's compare this one size.
Somebody on Reddit asked if we can compare the lenses. Now this one, you can easily see. All you have to do is take this and just do the
You
same
can't.
thing.
We can't see where you're pointing.
Oh, sorry. Let me move this out of the way.
Here, give me that. That's a nice set.
You like it?
Yeah.
Can I get it?
Oh, see, you wouldn't hand it over this way, would you?
Okay, so on this one, there's 3 tabs here. We could just push these tabs in. Okay, and then this pops out. Okay, so that was left lens. So
All
if
right,
I
so let's
compare left
compare.
lens to this left lens.
Oh, it's not too.
No, it is a little smaller.
Oh yeah, it is.
It is just a little
It
smaller.
is. It is.
Let me
yeah.
see if I can get that here. So the diameter
Yeah.
is just a little
Although
bit smaller.
not as.
not as
Yeah,
what
I can tell
it
you.
was
I
gonna
thought
be.
looking at the. So it must have been the casing that changed it, but I can tell you that they're not that big of a difference.
Right.
All right, so you want to put them in the bags, or do you want to just leave them like that? You got that
I'm just
right?
going to leave them like that.
Okay.
Let me put this back on. And then we'll put this aside.
Here, why don't you pass that to me, get it out of the way?
There you go. I'm going to pass this to you, get this out of the way.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, so do we agree we're going to use the 2020 version of this?
Let's think about that. All right, so we got, let's throw it out to the chat. All right, so there's about 13 people watching, 14
Okay.
people. So, so here's the confusion. So on Thingiverse, the pieces that we printed, there's two different versions. There's an adjustable one, and then there's one that is stated that if you have 2020 vision to use this, it makes it easier. That is a one-piece version.
That's
and
this one.
yeah, so now we're curious. We have never switched. We have never moved the headset closer to our face or further away from our face, even when people are wearing it with glasses. We've never done that.
No, so
So-
I'm thinking we could just do this. We won't have the ability to adjust, though, if there is a problem. But, I mean, I don't know. I'm torn. Because I don't want to keep this exposed, the HTC Vive too
Right.
long. But I'm thinking I'm going to use the 2020 version.
Yeah, let's go with the 2020, dude.
Okay, so according to Thingiverse, what you do is you take, so now there's no left or right.
All right, so
As far as
should I move the camera closer to you?
Yeah, so let's move this closer. So there is no, if you go to Thingiverse, and you could validate this for me, there is no left or right one of these. There's a left and a right lens, but there's no left and right one of these.
Okay.
So if you want to, do you still have Thingiverse?
I do.
up? Just make sure that one is not labeled. As far as the, I think it's 3.2.
We're looking at the files.
Yeah, the files. Yeah, see how it says 3.2, 3
Oh.
underscore. So on Thingiverse,
Oh,
it says
there's
adapter.
only one of them.
And currently, at the time of this video, it says adapter 3_2 STL.
Yeah,
there's
so-
only one, so there's no left and right version. Whereas these, there is a left and there is a right. So according to Thingiverse, what we have to do is the flat side goes toward your face. You read the install portion of. So on this, there's protection on the lens, on the flat side. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. This is the left.
Done with this.
So the flat side is now facing me.
All right, looking at it now.
So if you read the instruction part, it
All right, calm
says,
down. Let's calm down. All right, installation. Fit the GearVR adapter is pretty tight. You may be difficult to find. All right, with the flat part of the lens facing you, slide the top end under the two little nubs near the top of the adapter.
okay, so now if you look at the lens, right now the flat side is toward the right of the screen. The oval side is to the left. If you look at the adapter, and I'm going to try to get a close-up of this. Let me see if I can't focus here. You might not be able to tell. Let me see. Okay, do you see? If you see right there at the very top, there's two nubs. I'm going to point them out right here, and then there's a lip inside. So what we're going to do is put the lens inside here and then push it into place.
Right.
Okay?
Sounds like a plan.
So I'm gonna do this down here. So just make sure that the lens is flat.
Mike was going to go to sleep, but he's very interested. Mike, you know what? Don't even go anywhere until we open up the Vive. I don't recommend that. All right. So does it seem like it's popping in?
It is very. I can see where the creator said it's very tight.
He said it's tight. It's
I'm having difficulty actually popping this lens into place. Let me pop it back out.
now you're having difficulty popping it
Now I'm
out.
having difficulty popping it back out.
2 hours later.
Okay.
All right, Mike. It was probably a good idea not leaving when you did.
Okay, so you got to make sure this bottom is up. So make sure the bottom is, the flat part is absolutely flat.
Okay.
Or if it's just a little skewed.
Okay, so you had it curved a little bit.
Yeah,
You
I had
it
it just a little skewed, and
Okay.
boy, that really effed me up.
All right,
Okay,
make sure
so
that the flat side is the right side.
we're going to do the same thing. This is right. I got the flat toward me, and I'm going to have to clean these because my hands now. Look at that.
Good job, dude.
That was like, okay.
All right.
So let me clean these. All right, so we've got the lens part done.
Well, you know what? All in all, so far, that has not been bad.
No, not at all. I mean, taking apart the gear was the worst part of the whole thing, and that's what we sort of
Yeah,
expected.
we kind of, okay, so now we're moving on to the Vive. You want me to clean them while you're doing the next part? Or no, you're going to need that cleaning.
Yeah, and I'm going to need
Well,
your
I
help.
have a cleaning thing here, so.
Okay.
All right, you good?
I forgot which one was which. I think I picked that one up.
Oh my God. Are you being for real?
Being for real, but I think these don't matter. It's the HTC Vive ones that
Oh.
matter. Okay, so let me put.
That was Karen's phone photo.
Oh, okay. So we're
Do
going
you
to.
think a bird came in there?
Yes, I did.
All right.
All right, so now we're.
Now we're moving on to the Vive. All right.
All right, please, Lord, help me.
Here we go.
So step one, call in an old priest and a young priest.
All right, so we're going to grab the Vive. I'm going to move these screws out of the way.
Yeah, move all pointy objects.
Okay, let me take off this cover. Put that there. Let me do a quick wipe of these.
I know everybody's watching right now. This is where everybody cringes. This is the part where everybody cringes. I can tell you right now.
Okay,
My
let
heart's
me
skipping a
just
beat.
let me look at this and get my bearings on how I'm going to do this. Okay, so
So
for
we're going to
this-
try the suction cup, right? Let me clean that suction cup.
yeah, so clean and wet the
Remove
suction
nose
cup.
piece for a little more.
So we have a suction cup. For this, we have the not so recommended X-Acto knife, and then we have this tool here. And I don't think this tool is going to be sharp enough, but they said that there is a slot that you can put this in. And I got to be perfectly honest with you,
I'm good.
I don't see a slot to put this in at all.
Joe said you might want to remove the nose piece to give yourself a little more room,
You can remove the nose piece.
according to Joe.
I could just hold it out of the way.
Okay.
All right, dude, I'm going to keep this moist,
Okay.
Ugh,
like it was suggested.
moist.
I gotta be honest. I'm looking at this like I seen that guy with the underwear do this,
Right?
and he had a slot. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
He had a slot between this, and I am not seeing that with this any place to put a tool inside this.
Well, let's hope that the suction cup works then.
So we're gonna try the suction cup method. We're gonna try to pull.
Look, there ain't nobody leaving this chat room, dude. There's nobody who's leaving this video on this part.
All right. So
Wait, is that too wet?
no, it can never be too wet, right?
Oh.
Okay. So.
Oh, wait.
Somebody says alcohol is going to be your best friend for pulling the
Yeah,
vibe
you know,
on
I
the
thought
sound
about
nice
that, but I gotta be honest with you, I'm really afraid of like pouring alcohol into my
way.
Vive.
I can get you
Yeah,
a
I think you-
course. Or I've got some honey mead that I had from my
And-
Renaissance fair that I can give you.
The other thing is, if I want to put back in, the alcohol is going to ruin the adhesive, and if I want to put these
No, I think he
Vive
needs
back
to
in,
use it on that.
no, I think he means because I read it that if you pour a little alcohol
Oh,
on the
I
edge,
see. Nah.
it'll break out the adhesive. So I'm gonna place this suction cup onto the Vive,
And the nose rest can be removed and replaced. But
and I'm gonna pull with some pressure. And pull, and I'm pulling with a lot of
You
pressure.
are, dude. I mean, you are getting pressure on that.
So
So the suction cup is working.
the suction cup is allowing me to get leverage on
But the
it.
problem is, you know what I see what's going on right now, dude? Yeah, I was going to say, the problem is that you're pulling
Yeah,
forward.
I want to pull like on an angle.
You want to pull on an angle.
But that pulls off the suction cup.
Yeah. But you're trying to pull every side off at the same time, and that's probably way more difficult.
And I can tell you, here's the other problem with the suction cup. I am putting a lot of pressure pulling up this whole plastic.
Oh, you're moving the whole thing.
And that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
So, okay, so for all the Revit people out there that suggested the suction cup, it may be a good idea to have something that you can grip onto, but I'm not convinced that you can just use a suction cup.
Yeah, where are you shoving that knife?
Yeah, because I'm putting a lot of pressure in that, and I'm literally moving. So
Okay, so what is option 2?
Option 2 is we're going to have to, I'm going to pull, and you jam something in there.
I don't know about jamming anything.
We've got to find a spot where we can get the tool.
Be careful, because there's a lot of dust here.
Joe asked, do you have a smaller suction cup?
Yeah, do we have a smaller suction
No,
cup?
that's the only one I have.
Does Mom have one?
But no, I'm getting a lot of force on the suction cup.
he's
The suction
pulling.
cup is working. It's just that it's pulling. I'm going to try to hold it up to the camera. It's literally pulling the entire housing, and I don't like the fact that the entire housing is the inner part of this lens holder is moving, because I don't know if it's adjusting it or something. So that is not working for us. So I'm going to say myth busted on the suction cup.
ABCDQFR said if you can apply a few drops in the edge while you leverage with the blade, it'll come right out without destroying the adhesive. But do whatever you're comfortable with. And then Mike said suction cup maybe is okay for the next time. First time may not be so easy.
Okay, so just so you know, this tool right here is too thick. So
either way, you'll need to use a blade on the flat edge.
yeah, so we're going to go with a very
Thank you, guys.
thin screwdriver. I see a gap. I do see a gap.
Okay.
And using the suction cup, I can. But even this is too thin. Now I see why somebody says like use a butter knife.
You want me to get a butter knife?
It's just a matter of finding the right tool. So this is where, let's see if this one will work. And I hate using anything metal.
Yeah, boy. Do it, boy.
Oh, it's like nails on chalkboard.
Yeah, boy. You know what this is like, dude? This is like
I need an epidural.
this is like you've gone to medical school and then this is your first time doing actual surgery,
No.
not virtual surgery. What are you doing with that blade there?
Dude, it's the only thing that's fitting. You know what?
I have a broken one.
You have a oh,
I
perfect.
do.
Give me that.
I think I have a broken one.
That doesn't have glue on it, right?
While he's doing that, I'm going to try the suction cup on the other side and see if maybe I have better luck on the other.
Okay. What do you need me to do?
At least I think I have a broken one. All right, let me see here.
Boy, I got to tell you, the visual on this better blow my mind.
Right?
I'm just, because right now my mind is blown on how difficult these lenses are. I mean, I'm sure it's not difficult. Sure somebody's watching this going, you're full. Just slide the X-Acto knife into the slot and then break the piece off of it. Because you know that's what's going to happen.
All right, I don't have a broken one.
Oh.
But I do have these. Hold on, look.
Joe says, yikes, first radial keratotomy surgery, fresh out of Reddit U.
All right, so we've got this set of tools here, which
sorry, Joe, he didn't complete a residency yet, so he's working on that one.
Keep smacking the camera while you're doing
this one right here kind of looks like a scalpel.
That might work. That actually do.
Because it's got a good surface
Yeah,
area.
you're good. I would definitely go this way maybe, because this is the sharp. Oh, that's sharp. This is the sharp end, right? This is the flat end. So
Well,
maybe
if I'm going
you
to do
went
that,
in-
then why don't I use one of the leads that they're just actually flat?
Well, that's why I gave you.
Okay.
I gave you that on purpose. You freak. All
All
right.
right, so let's use that.
Well, no, wait. Because look, you're gonna have to use the sharp end everywhere on that. Where this one, you only have to worry about this
All
side, right?
I'll put this one aside.
Let me wipe this down because it's got oil on it.
Okay. Hey, while he wipes that down, let me. I just want to see if this one actually even gets in there.
Okay, I may or may not have sliced my finger.
Do you see any of us concerned?
What?
Did you really?
No, I'm good.
Michael says, wait a few more months and Fix-It will release an official tool set with the exact instructions.
HTC is going to come up with a lens upgrade.
Yeah, right.
They're going to announce it while we're doing it. All right, be careful. That's a little wet on you.
Is this the tool that it came with?
No, that's your cheap ass
Oh.
one. Here.
Where's the... And Andy said, what are you doing with that blade?
Okay. Scalpel. What?
You and blades, dude. It freaks me out. All right.
And you know what's fun? Ooh, that fit nicely.
Ooh, that was good.
Easy does it. Thanks, ABC.
All right, hold on. Hold on, be careful, dude. Wait, why are you shaking?
I was about to say, did you just do it? I didn't realize that was the
Would you
suction
be
cup.
careful with your fingers as you're doing it, dude? He's like one of those wacky inflatable.
Oh, fuck, that just scared me. Sorry for
Please
the
be
language.
careful.
You know what's funny?
Why don't do that? Jesus. I'm all intensely looking over his shoulder.
I was going to print out an abort button, right, and use it just in case this happens.
All right, somebody says yell something when you get done because he's going to be in another tab.
I don't see the gap. Where's the gap?
Do you see right there where the
Oh,
blade
I
is
see,
going
I
into?
see, I
Like,
see.
but like, how do you? Like, I don't see how you can get under. Like, I don't want to go under because I don't want to scratch it.
I'm calling BS, dude. I'm calling BS on that whole.
Well, no. I think what. Let me just say this. I think the video that we seen with him do that, right, was him doing that several times. And at one point,
maybe.
once you get the adhesive off, I'm sure I could just use the suction cup to pop it off.
Can you do me a favor and stop flailing your hands around that blade like that? All right, do you feel given it all?
No, I just feel like. I'm going to stop using the suction cup.
Good boy.
Do you need more light?
Yeah, do you need more light?
Coors Light.
No, you need more light?
Yeah, I could use a light. See, I could see why people say that this X-Acto knife breaks off in here. Because I am literally bending it, trying to pry this off.
Can I get you a Xanax? ABC says use rubbing alcohol here. Trust me, I did this mod just yesterday.
Do you have any rubbing alcohol?
We might have some upstairs.
Oh, wait. Look.
Oh,
All right, ABC.
Just not a
So-
lot. He said just not a lot.
Where do you
apply
put it?
Yeah, where do you apply the rubbing alcohol?
Do you put it like on a Q-tip and just run it along the edge? I mean, what do you do? Like, and isn't it going to ruin the adhesive? I'm glad we're doing this so people can see
Yeah,
that it's not as easy as what everybody says it is.
Use an applicator butter or dropper if you have one.
Okay, what's plan B if you don't have an applicator? Oh, okay, that died.
And Anita had messaged me saying that she has a nice high-powered light that she can run over if you want to. While leveraging with the X-Acto blade, just drip a few drops in the edge.
I don't have an eyedropper or anything.
We have cotton swabs.
Yeah, but how do you can't drip a cotton
You
swab.
can. I mean, if you put enough on it, you can squeeze it. I do it with nail polish remover all the time because I suck at painting my nails. Says, do you?
Ooh, what happened?
Okay, some of the seal just broke.
Okay, so now do you need that? Ooh.
Folks, I think we're getting somewhere.
Holy shnikes.
No, I'm not saying we're going to use nail polish remover. That is not what I was saying, ABC. I was just saying that's something I've done with my nails, not...
Wow, you're using the blade, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's ballsy. Can't you use the other side or no?
I don't know what you mean.
Somebody says, do you have an iFixit kit? I just did this using my suction cup and the metal prying tool. It just popped off.
Really?
Really? I don't have an iFix. I have an iFixing kit, but all it has is a screwdriver in it.
Good thought in the X-Stick, though. Good thought.
Does it look like it's coming up?
No.
Oh, be careful, you got that blade going the other way.
Did you see how much pressure I just put
Yeah,
on it?
yeah, I did.
See if I can find some sort of...
Okay, let's we're going to plan B. We're going to plan D.
do we?
Here's that screwdriver set that I was looking for.
Good job.
We can always get, if you got the butter knife, we can always try the butter knife thing.
All right, hold on.
That's what everybody recommends. Try the butter knife. Hey, you know what? We're here to bust all the Reddit posts.
Here's two different butter knives, but dude, I mean, if you can't get under it with an X-Acto knife, how the frig are you supposed to get under it with a butter knife? You know what I'm saying? How is that possible?
Anna,
Pry it with the X-Acto knife and then shove the butter knife inside of it.
your wife says she has an eyedropper that she can bring.
Oh, does she?
Yeah. and a light. So
Somebody said use a turkey baster.
Well, you know, I'm glad everybody's getting kicked in my vibe.
Why don't I pull on it while you're?
What, you mean that?
Yeah.
Well, just be careful. I got a razor blade in there. I can do that, but just be careful.
okay. We might have some blood to lubricate it in a minute.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Just dude, don't swing that up towards me.
I'm not. I'm just rotating. Oh, dude. I think we may be onto something.
You got it.
You got it.
You got it. Woo! Woo! Look what I did.
All right, so
That's left. So let's put that
Okay.
in left. All right, people, don't panic. We got this.
So here's the result of what we found.
Now,
Get a
where's
family member.
Ray? Where's Ray?
Oh.
All right, well, you know what? Oh, here's Ray. All right, so am I putting this in left?
Yeah, put that in left.
Quick before the dust gets in.
Did it.
I know we're trying. Come on, I need your help.
All right, hold on. Where's the suction cup?
It's on the thing.
Oh, right, ready? Which way you going? This way?
I'm gonna go this way.
Ready?
Wait, I can't see.
Well, that's because I'm blocking you.
Yeah,
Can
let
you
me
cover the other part of it?
let me take this off first and get this in here.
Put the lens in first. Somebody said put the lens in first.
Oh, it's a good idea. See, that's why we're doing this live.
Thank you.
Okay, so is that left you just gave me? Or is
I
that-
took
17
this
hands
one.
on screen. You're absolutely right.
So that goes like that. So wait, flat side faces.
Flat side faced up, right?
Oh boy. Okay.
It was. With the flat part of the lens facing you, slide the top.
No, that's how to put that in. How do you put it in the Vive? Shit, wait a minute. I could tell. So the flat side is
you
up.
need to have the.
Well, at least according
the flat
to.
part of the lens perfectly powered the flat part of the adapter, and then push the bottom, and it should snap into place without too much force. But it doesn't.
It doesn't say which side goes in.
Well, I can tell you that the lens we just popped out, it's oval under and flat on top.
Oh, no, the bulky side of the lens faces the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, carvy part towards the screen. Bulge towards the screen. Is that what you're doing?
That's what I'm trying to do, but it's not.
Okay.
Maybe you clicked in and you didn't know it?
No, I don't think it did. I don't know that it did.
It looks way too forward, though. Does it not? Oh boy, what are you doing? What are you doing with that knife
I'm
again?
taking it back out.
No, maybe it is in there, dude.
I don't think this side went in all the way. I don't know that side went in all the way.
It says ABC just said
Yeah,
it
maybe
won't
it did.
snap.
Yeah.
It just uses the old adhesive.
no.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe it did. Okay, thanks, ABC. All right, so now let me get.
All right, hold on. Let me count my fingers. And then where's the
Yeah,
suction
Mike
cup?
just said I leave it, so good. Thanks, guys.
Where they're...
Right there.
What's that?
I'm just letting them know thank you.
Oh, okay. Ready?
Wait a minute. Let me find an area to pop
Yeah,
this
you
in.
find an area first. You get leverage in there, and then I'll grab the suction cup.
Okay, you want to grab it?
Now, this is going to be hard because, hold on. Let me move this. Now, dude, do me a favor.
What?
Don't take off my finger.
You pulling?
I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to.
Oh,
I thought we got it off.
okay, that scared me a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. Why don't you get it to where you had it
Yeah.
before? How are people still watching this feed?
How many people are actually watching
There's
this?
15
15
people
right now.
watching
Are
this
there really?
disaster happening. Oh, why don't we just do it live? Yeah, that's a good idea.
Ooh.
Oh, you look like you're pulling it up.
Yeah, let me
Okay.
try it.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
I don't know if anybody can see what's going on. I'm trying to.
I need to moisten this a little bit.
Okay, you do that. I'm gonna try to work this around.
Okay. Oh, God damn it. I'm gonna go this way with this.
Oh my God, this is like incredible. No? See how much force I'm putting on it?
All right, you want me to pull up on it now and see if we can get it?
Are you ready, Drew? Here we go. Oh.
Yeah.
Let me try the scalpel.
Hold on, let me get this one here real good. See, isn't it weird that?
You got it?
Yeah. Wow, the hell's that not snapping in your face?
I have no idea. You like that?
That scared the crap out of me. Whoa, dude.
Remember, like 3 people said that you can take off like the nose piece or the.
Yeah, you want to take that off?
Yeah, I might in a second.
It looks like it's annoying.
Be careful with your fingers.
Dude, that's no freaking way that's happening. All right, nose piece is off.
Where did that come? How did that come off? Do you want to try the other one?
What other one?
This blade here?
Yeah, we can. I'm willing to try anything at this point.
Because this is a little bit thicker.
People, I do want to thank you for staying with us.
Oh, you know what? Maybe that won't work. Maybe it's too thick. This is so cringeworthy.
ABC said, "You'll try anything but the alcohol."
Okay. I think we should try the alcohol.
We got Q-tips, so that might help. I don't know if it's gonna do it, but
ABC, you win. We are trying alcohol.
Is that even going in there?
Put it back on.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a spoon, fill the spoon up, and dump it.
All right, I seen alcohol drip in.
Did you now?
Yeah, a little bit. I guess we'll let that sit for a second.
yeah, even if you just dribble it on the screen and let it run into the crack, it should start to wick around the underneath.
Yeah, but don't you want existing adhesive for the?
Listen, you don't question science. How's it look? How's it looking there, Brew? And look there, Brewski.
You know what I'm thinking?
What?
It's not the type of alcohol I need. That's what I'm thinking.
All right. Oh, you're going back to yours?
Let me try this tool here.
Like I said, I do have some meat if you want some.
Oh, I see it coming. I seen it.
I seen something move.
I seen something move.
Maybe try the.
Yeah, try the
I'm gonna try the
suction
suction cup. Here, let me just lick it. Lick this. Lick this. No, you don't even have it in. Tell me when you got it in. Tell me when you got it in. You got it in? Oh, that was... It's out. It's out. It was out. You let it go back in.
Oh, no, I did not.
You did. You let it go back in.
EBC is cringing.
Hold on. Hold on. I got it. I got it. I got it.
I think everyone's cringing. Ooh.
Okay.
All right. Wipe
Cringe
this shit
people,
off.
stop
Wipe this shit
cringing.
off.
This is off. Flat side.
Wow, look. All right, going in the right baggie.
Thanks, ABC. ABC said good job.
All right. All right. All right, it's test time.
We have success.
All right, let's get this nose bridge back on after you clean that off. I would clean that off. I would wipe that down. I would move that over, you know, wipe, just smear, wipe and smear. All right, and then we're going to take, we're going to travel downstairs, move all you fine people that stuck it out. What do you got going on there?
If you just dropped that Vive just then. Oh my god.
I don't know how this comes off.
Here, there's two clips. No, there's not.
No, there is a clip here and a clip here.
So like that.
Yeah, now it's time to reap the fruits of your labor. Mike wants to know, what are you planning on launching first?
Elite Dangerous.
Yeah, but either Elite Dangerous or we'll launch something we're very familiar with, the lab or
Is that what? That's not didn't break, did it?
no, I hope not. All right, does anybody know how to get the nose thing back on? I think it goes the other way because I remember this bothers me.
ABC wants to know about the barrel distortion. Have you done the software fix for it?
No, not yet. We're going to attempt it without the barrel distortion. I think you
Zach
guys-
says,
okay.
put one side in first and rock it to the opposite.
We
We got it.
Thanks, Zach.
All right, we're taking it down. All right, so I'm gonna have to unplug this. We're gonna have to travel, people.
All right, guys. Now we're going to give you an
Now-
unbiased opinion on this.
All right, you ready? Do you want to unplug the laptop and monitor the chat?
I got it. I'm on it.
All right, folks. We're moving downstairs.
I'll watch upstairs.
Oh, I'm gonna have to change. I have my Wi-Fi connection down here because it's still gonna connect up there.
All right. Well, people let us know if they can still see
All
us.
right, let us know if you All right, so here's our PC. So if you're gonna have to chat and let us know if you find that this is actually getting messed up. I'm gonna turn on some more lights, dude, while you do that.
Okay. I'm going to unplug your headset.
Is the feed still going for everybody? Okay.
Oh, you know what? This is going to set up a whole nother device.
It looks fine so far, but
Okay.
I haven't heard anybody say anything otherwise.
All right, so we have two Vives here. We have this one that is unmodded. This one we just modded. This
Everyone
is
says they're still getting videos, so.
okay. Cool. This is the room that I usually use. So I have a lighthouse up here, and a lighthouse right up here. So hopefully this will actually connect.
All right. Let me restart. Because it's not connecting yet.
Yeah. No, this is the.
Oh, wait.
Oh, here we
It's
go.
still setting up.
This is the first time that we actually plugged in a different headset. So hopefully this runs smooth.
HTC is set up and ready to go.
Okay.
I don't see the lighthouses coming online yet.
Are we using our link box?
What's that?
Are we using our link box?
Yeah, we're connected to the link box, so not directly to the PC.
Why is this monitor blinking?
Because the headset is on.
Oh, okay.
So I unplugged the monitor to
All
plug
right,
it
I'm
in.
going to close down the
Okay.
and relaunch it.
While we're doing that, the printer, the print that we did for these Vives is a really cheap printer, but
Okay.
if you look what I printed with it. All right, that's very impressive, is it not? Fill the chats with that. That is the Cinderella Castle from Walt Disney World, and it's rather big. All right, so we got it working, right?
The headset is working. Your controllers are not coming on.
Turn them back. Oh, they're blue. Could they be? Oh.
All right, I think we're back live. Sorry about that, folks. We had some Wi-Fi. It switched to a different Wi-Fi network.
So I am pairing the controllers.
All right, so pairing the controllers, not repairing the controllers seem to work. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to put the headset on, and I'll give you my honest first
Okay.
impression.
So are we doing Elite first?
Let me put it on see home, because home is
Okay.
running right now.
All right. So let's get this. So this is the one. This is the one that is unmodded, right? Or is this?
That's the modded one.
Okay. All right. So let's take care of that one out.
Okay.
Your
so
headset
I'm gonna give my honest first impressions on this. Wow. Okay.
All right. So we started with the WoW.
All right, dude. I have to say, all right. First of all, there's a speck in my lens.
Okay. What? On it or in it?
I think it's in it.
Okay. So we'll have to clean that out.
Wow, this is hard to explain.
Okay. Here's your hint.
Okay. All right. Let me start off by saying that I think the barrel distortion, although I can see it, is over exaggerated in Red.
Okay.
It's very over. This is very, very clear. I mean, extremely clear.
All right. So.
Extremely clear.
So
But-
if you were to, okay, so looking at the old Vive, just going off of memory,
right,
when you say extremely clear, are you saying that it is like visually, like is it so different that it stands out to you?
dude, right off the bat, I can tell you this looks a ton clearer. I mean, really, really, really clear.
Okay.
That being said, I don't really use this room a lot, but you'll see when you put these on, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Let me bring up oh yeah, dude. Okay, when you bring up the menus and stuff,
Right.
it's like super clear. Here's what I see though.
Okay.
When you move your head left and right,
Right.
okay, you do get a sense of like a vertigo, like things. It's not. That's where the barrel distortion. You see it. You see it, but I gotta be honest with you. Here's the deal, and I'll let you
Okay.
know it.
All right.
Only because somebody has pointed this out to me. Am I looking for it?
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Joe says make sure your IPD is correctly set as well.
Oh yeah.
That is a good point. Let me
Thanks, Joe.
It is.
And try to move. I think I have my lenses as close to the face as possible, so make sure that that's the case.
Okay. All right, dude. Now I'm gonna hand it to you. You go into this room and give me your first impressions
right.
before we even launch.
All right. You better not be BSing me.
Dude, I'm not.
What about glasses? Do you think it's still possible to wear glasses with how far the lens is?
They said that they stick out enough where you might not be able to wear glasses, but it did look like it was fine. You got glasses on. Try it after we're done.
Oh wow.
Okay. See, you did the oh wow too.
Okay. Wow. Okay. You know. No, I think. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yes, you do have a spec.
Yeah, I gotta
Okay,
clean it
clean
out.
off. Dude, I have to tell you that It is quite dramatic.
It is clear, right?
Let me walk outside.
Like okay. We're
That
not
is
we're not
quite-
trying to look. We
that's
have no
quite
horse in this
dramatic.
race, really. I would very easily switch back to the other one if this didn't seem like it was like extremely worth it. But just the home screen, you can tell that it is a lot clearer.
Okay, dude, I think the next step would be go into a game we're very familiar
Yeah.
with.
Why
So
don't
I
you
would
go ahead
say-
into Elite? Launch Elite, sit down, and you can tell just in the cockpit whether
Okay.
that's going to be different or not. All right, so
I mean,
stand by,
we
people.
do have quite a few specs, so we're going to have to clean them out.
So far, the downfall to this is there is a teeny bit of barrel distortion, but you have to be looking for it. At least on my vision, you do.
ABC wants to know if it's possible to view through the lens with the camera.
I can try. I'll try putting the camera up to the
Yeah,
lens.
that's not a bad idea. We could try that.
And Joe wants to know whether or not we'll be modding the second Vive now.
This will be a good test. I want to say hands down,
It's a major improvement.
it is. However, before I say yes to modding a second one, I would have to see if somebody wearing glasses
Yeah.
can still
We're going to
play
give
this.
you the most opinions that we can in this video. And we're just going to launch Elite real quick.
Okay.
I can tell you the downside, other than the barrel distortion, which is minimal at best, is you really do have to be careful with the specs.
Yeah.
We do have a black piece. It looks like it's either from the adhesive or the PLA.
Yeah. I actually think it's from the adhesive, dude. All right, so I should mention that we're running a 1080.
Oh yeah, that is a good point. We are both running 1080, not TIs, just regular 1080 cards.
All right, so I don't see a difference in the whole. Oh, you know what? I am seeing now. That's quite odd, dude. When you launch Elite Dangerous, it's on like a big screen.
Right.
At the front.
Like it's like a widescreen.
I never noticed the outer edges before. Like I can actually see the edge of the screen. I don't think that I've noticed that.
You know what else I noticed, dude?
What's
I didn't
that?
have to adjust the headset to do like a sweet spot.
That's a good point. All right, so it's loading now.
Mike wants to know any SS.
Super sampling, we're actually using the beta.
Yeah, which we have set to automatically super samp based on the game that you're running or the graphics.
All right,
I think this is
go into the cockpit, dude.
okay.
Recenter.
Your HMD has been recenter, Captain.
Yeah, and you're right, Joe. Some people reported that the sweet spot is actually less.
Okay, let me tell you something. I am not exaggerating, dude. I'm going to go into cockpit before I say anything.
All right, while you're hold that thought. I can tell you normally when I put my Vive on, my right eye is more sensitive than my left, and I have to adjust my the headset to get a sweet spot on the right.
Captain.
Crap, dude.
Is it good?
Dude, I don't even know what to say at this point.
Is it good?
I am not exaggerating. I would hope that this is what the Vive Pro looks like.
Okay, what about the cockpit? Is it readable? Is like all the...
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good question. Okay, so
That's exactly what Judge is
the
asking.
sweet spot, like I can literally, okay, this is what I'm going to tell you. Anybody who's played Elite, if I look over the left-hand side, you're going to get the one panel that shows up on the left. And if I look over to the right, I see the panel to the right. Typically what would happen is if you're looking at the left panel, you really can't read anything that's like
That little
in your
panel to the
peripheral
right.
vision on the right.
Right.
I can tell you that everything is legible.
Wow.
Everything on my peripheral vision is legible, like very, very clean. There is a sweet spot But the sweet spot is so big now, dude, that if I just glance down, everything on the keyboard is clean. Like, it is hard to explain how different this is.
ABC said Vive Pro uses the same lenses as OG Vive.
All right, dude, I'm going to have you step in.
All right, I'm going to step in and I'll give you my opinion on
And
this,
then we'll,
and then we'll hand it off to
Yeah,
Mandy.
Here's another question. Have you noticed any change to the screen door effect yet?
no.
No, I didn't.
As a matter of fact, until she brought that up, I forgot
I'm
about
going to
the
look
screen
for
door.
it. I'm going to
screen
look
door
for it.
effect. Wow, that was I got to tell you, that was quite impressive.
Holy crap. Oh my God.
Am I exaggerating?
Dude, I got to now let me just tell everybody, we play this a ton. Me and Bob play this a lot, and I can tell you, I've never seen this look so clear. This is, wow. All I can say is wow. Everything is crystal clear.
I wanted to say wow. I didn't want to over exaggerate.
I'm not trying to I could care, I'm not trying to sell this, you know what I'm saying? I'm just really trying to give an unbiased opinion, and I don't even see that barrel roll, that barrel distortion that folks, I'm not going to fix a thing. I'm not going to mess with it.
The only thing I have to do is we have to clean the specs. I have to tell you, dude, you have to be careful when you're doing the mod that you work in a clean environment. You could tell anybody who watched us from the beginning, we probably weren't the best people to do this.
I'm going to, let's bring this in.
All right.
And see if we can't get.
Oh, I don't know if we're going to be able
You just touch the screen.
Yeah, I don't know if that's really going to work.
Yeah, I don't think unless you do.
I got the right side, right?
Yeah, or your focus doesn't go that close.
Yeah, let me back it up. Yeah, it's too hard. I wish this camera could have a macro lens on it. But here's it's so hard, dude, guys. It is so hard to explain that when that icing dock.
Mike said you could see the sweet spot is bigger.
It is.
It's
dude,
definitely bigger.
I put on the glasses and there's.
Try to read it through this from what I can see.
Yeah, it's up, but you can't focus.
I put it on and it's there. I really don't have to adjust anything.
You literally, when you're usually playing, especially something like Elite, where so much is going on with text, you literally take a while to actually focus in on what you're looking at, even with the 1080.
And here's the other thing, because everything is now so clear, the colors to me seem more vibrant. The reds seem much redder. Mandy.
Snozberries taste like snozberries. All right, so here's my daughter.
All right. Hi. Yeah, sorry for my.
She's been monitoring the chat.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to try with glasses.
All right, so now nobody's monitoring chat right now.
I'll monitor chat.
All right, so Mandy's going to try with glasses on.
Okay, yeah, I can still, I'm just going to adjust real quick. I can still wear the glasses. It's a little bit more of a tight snug than
It's
I'm
no
used
longer a
to,
blurry mess.
but
No.
holy crap.
Okay, now my daughter also plays Elite. A matter of fact, she just brought this Anaconda, if anybody's familiar with Elite.
Yeah, okay. Wow.
All right, so impressions. Come on, give us your opinion.
Okay, first off, this is fantastic. Let me see. I can definitely see what you guys are talking about with the dust. Yeah, I definitely see that. However, this is unbelievable. I'm almost at a loss for words.
It is so clear. It's a total night and day difference.
It is a night and day difference.
I almost have to adjust because I'm so used to having to readjust myself when I'm looking at these things. Also, I notice sorry, I'm all over the place.
No, you are. You're looking at on the wall.
I noticed that the weight differential with the headset is different now.
Okay.
I thought the same.
Dude,
thing.
I was going to say it, and I went, no, okay, that's stupid.
No, it feels like it's weighted differently now because of the plastic piece around the lens.
Yeah, I don't know why. The front should be now heavier.
It should.
I think because it now pulls on the back of your head a little bit more.
Right.
It evens out the weight because it's more comfortable to wear. Actually, somebody asked about the Vive Pro. I believe I read that somebody actually did do this with the Vive Pro.
Oh.
So
Why would they do that? I thought, oh, because it has the same lenses. It's better resolution, same lenses.
Now, Evil Monkey said it's not a night and day difference. I hate to differ with you.
Okay,
That is there is,
Mandy, night and day difference?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a night and day difference. It is definitely a difference. Like I can tell that things are readable more so than usual.
So let me ask you a question. If I gave you the Bob's Vive headset and gave you this Vive headset, could you easily pick the two apart?
Yes.
You could easily pick the two apart.
Without a doubt. You would know where that one is.
To you.
One is way clearer than the other.
Right. Oh, he thought you meant between the Vive Pro. Oh no. You're absolutely
yeah,
right.
no.
I'm sure
Vive
there's
Pro
like, I'm sure this doesn't compare to the Vive Pro, but I got to tell you, this is like Vive 1.5. It's really good. All right, what did you want to?
I have to compensate. I think that's the other thing too. Is I'm so used to having to like squint when I'm looking at it. I don't have to do that now, and which is causing me to kind of get a headache because I'm not doing what I'm used to doing when I wear the headset. So.
Did you see the blur that they were talking about? The barrel distortion?
If I move too quickly.
You could see that it kind of.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where I see it.
Okay, so now why don't you go into Skyrim?
Yeah, go into Skyrim.
Okay.
Do you mind?
I don't mind.
All right, so I'll launch it. I'll launch it.
Okay.
To you.
And I'll launch it. I'm going to get out of Elite. I'll throw you in Skyrim.
It is a snug fit with glasses, though, I will say. Like, I feel the glasses being pushed up against my face when I do wear it.
Oh, okay. So you think that your lenses are hitting the lenses?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
And that's what I'm trying to just make sure that I don't have anything on my lenses just in case it is hitting them. But it is a snug fit.
Hold on, I'm still closing out of Elite. Because we didn't close it out when you left the computer.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. It's weird seeing menus go on while you're...
Are you back in, when he closes that out, you're going to go back into home. You haven't seen home yet.
No, I haven't seen home yet.
You'll notice like ridiculous, especially bring up the menu. You'll notice how clear like the text is.
I'm going to have to force quit it.
Okay.
Because Mandy's away from it.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Oh, I didn't realize that the seat said danger. Okay. I don't know why the seat says danger. That's weird. Also, this Anaconda is huge. I keep forgetting how big this thing is.
Elite won't stop?
No, it literally just wants to keep going. It's so happy.
Maybe if I...
Yeah, can you do that?
All right, Mandy's going to try killing the game.
Oops, whoops, okay, that's not the thing,
Oh, hold on. Am I...
yeah, I'm out of that.
Oh, wait. Stay where you are.
I'm not moving.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Yes, say yes.
Woohoo!
You did it!
I did it
All right,
right.
so-
You did the thing!
Someone just said that they shifted their headset constantly while playing Skyrim because of the small sweet spot.
Okay, that's a good question.
Uh,
We do the same thing, by the way.
And he's prone to headaches, and I'm also prone. I get migraines constantly. So this is going to be a good test to see how, because in Skyrim, it's not like Elite. Elite, you can sit at the desk and look straight forward most of the time. You're not really moving, turning your head.
The other thing, yeah, I definitely see, like if I'm moving my head from side to side like this, I definitely see the blur.
The small barrel distortion you're talking about.
The Star Fox effect.
Right.
So, sorry, barrel rolling. So, the other thing I'm noticing is I'm so used to having this headset so tight against my face, I don't have to do that anymore because of the thickness of the lenses. It looks like text is a little bit better in this so far, with what I can tell.
Does the GearVR add any distortion? There is a little bit. If you know, it's people. I'm sure that when people have pointed out, everybody is now looking for it.
I can
like
tell
I
you, when
said,
I started playing, I forgot to look for it.
I didn't, like when I went into Elite, I
can
stopped looking for it,
definitely-
and it was not an issue to me.
I can feel the distortion more in this just because I've done this more recently than I have Elite. I can definitely feel the distortion more in this. Like it feels more circular than it does like an actual like standard room, if that makes any more sense. Like I don't know how to.
So you are getting more of a barrel effect in.
I feel like I am in this. When I look up, like, because when you're in, you know how when you're in, I don't even know if I'm talking to you right now.
I'm right here.
Okay. You know how when you're in Skyrim and you look up and there's that like cavern that you're in, the
Right.
first thing. When I look up and I look at the lights, I notice the curvature.
Oh, okay.
So I do notice it a little bit more in this. But it's definitely more of a crisp look. Like I can see more in the distance with this than I had before.
Somebody's asking about the God race. I can tell you that in Elite Dangerous.
Oh, I didn't see any
hold on,
God
hold on.
Yeah.
Here's a good question. Or like, I don't know if maybe with the lights inside of Skyrim, if that'll do it.
Yeah, I can tell you in Elite Dangerous, it's dark, and you get a lot
A
of
lot
God
of
rays.
God rays. I
I
saw
didn't see
none.
anything. It was crystal clear.
That is a good point. I saw no. Oh, I should have flown out.
Yeah, we could have flown out to see, because when you fly out and you got like a star,
Right.
like right next to you, you see it. It's
Well, if they're
prominent.
still around and they want me to go
Yeah.
back in, I'll go back in.
But yeah, I didn't see any God rays at all. So all those posts about no God rays, that's all
Okay,
true.
That seems true.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just kind of loading into my character real quick. Just to see if there's...
Yeah, ABC. I think once I get this, because this is my Vive. Once I get it home, I probably will change the correction on the
Barrel Distortion.
the barrel distortion, and then I'll give you my feedback on that.
I could tell you my eyes hurt a little bit
Oh,
more.
somebody wants to see the golf club. You own that, right?
Yeah.
That's
You have to
probably
install
handy.
it, but you own that.
Yeah, but it's I just reformatted this. I don't have
Right.
it installed.
Oh,
But
I don't have my right hands on. Yeah, it
you're in a weird area, by the way.
What, right now?
Yeah, everything looks hand drawn.
I can teleport to someplace different.
Are you guys using the natural locomotion, or are you still using the point?
Just we're using the point and click.
Point and click, right?
Okay, so they're using the point and click locomotion in Skyrim. I use the natural. I use the
I can switch to the natural if you want.
yeah. Switch to the natural and
If it
see how it
helps.
affects your gameplay.
Sure. Just give me a second here to navigate through the menus because they kind of suck a little bit in this.
How's the sucky menus look?
They look good.
Okay.
Like the words are clear. Everything looks clear. It's just my eyes. I feel like they hurt a little bit more because I don't know if I'm overcompensating because I'm not used to this. It's almost like when you get new glasses. You know what I mean? Oh, if anybody wears glasses, they'll know what I mean. Oops. No, wrong menu. Dang it. Okay.
Somebody wants to know. Mike wants to know if we can do the barrel distortion fix today, because it would complete the video. We can if we're planning on modding Bob's VR. This is not
Okay.
the VR that's on currently is not the one that goes with this PC.
Okay, alright.
It takes a lot to get used to.
It does. Alright.
If
Going from
you're not used to this
teleportation,
locomotion, it'll turn this down.
Alright, like, other than the fact I'm not used to it, let me walk in place.
So
other than
wait a
the
minute,
fact
wait a
I'm
minute.
not used to it.
Mandy, hold on 1 second, because they're saying we're getting confused with the natural locomotion and the smooth locomotion. There's a difference.
Natural, what do they mean?
Okay.
Am
What does
I,
that mean?
Yeah, can you explain the difference between the natural and the smooth? She changed it. They used to use the regular, point the pointer to and then click and it moves you to that area. Now she's
And we use
using
the teleportation.
Yeah, the
we've got
teleportation.
teleportation and direct movement. Those are
Okay,
the
so
two
right
options.
now there's two options: teleportation and direct movement.
Yeah.
Unless they mean turning mode. Like the actual turning of the camera.
Oh, natural is your arm swinging thing. Where you swing your arms? Is that an option?
Oh, I didn't even know there was an option.
I didn't know there wasn't any option. Depth of view filter while moving, while turning, while aiming.
Oh, it's a third-party mod.
Oh, yeah,
we
we don't have
that.
that.
Yeah. It's a paid app on StreamVR. Then we
Okay.
apologize. We don't have that. We can't really test that.
All right, are you going someplace else where there's a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
can-
trees and?
I can go that route. If you want, I can go up here real quick, just to see, because this has a lot of trees and bushes and stuff. It's not the best lighting. The water looks good.
I think real quick, one of the other things we should do is the lab. Do you have the lab?
I can install it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is where. Okay. So I get my bearings straight. So, I mean, everything looks really good. Everything looks clear. I mean, I'm interested to see how my aim is now. If it affects.
Oh, you mean your
Accuracy.
what with your bow and arrow?
Yeah. Like if I feel like my accuracy is a lot better. I can see things a lot clearer in the distance, which is great. But let me teleport to some other place. Also, this map looks clearer.
She's just trying to get to an area that's got a lot of detail so she can give us her opinion on.
Oh, I know you were, Dad. You were impressed with Dragon's Reach, so I'm gonna go
Yeah,
there.
but we installed a lot of mods. Some of the areas.
Yeah,
where
if somebody's
we
got a
installed the
suggestion of a game that we can, we do own a few games, but if somebody's got a suggestion for a game they want us to test while we're bringing this up, feel free. Let us know. We'll try to grab it real quick.
I know Elite Dangerous was the #1 game people kept mentioning, and
Yeah.
that was dramatic.
Let me put my weapons away so I don't get arrested. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Holy. All right. I'm gonna take off the headset here so you can see it, but I feel like there's a big difference. The clarity on certain things is a lot better.
Is there any God rays in Skyrim on the loading screen? Did you see it on the loading
I
screen?
didn't see anything that
We haven't
know
seen.
of.
I mean,
Also,
we
that's on record.
that's something we're looking out for. If we would have seen it, we would have let you know.
Sorry. That just looks so good.
You know, I've been sitting here wondering why I want a cup of coffee, and I couldn't figure it out. It's
Why?
because
Oh, she's
her
wearing a coffee
shirt's-
shirt.
Her coffee shirt's been.
Sorry. I'm sorry I'm in my pajamas, everybody. I'm
All right.
super comfy.
So, do you want me to? Now I've been
yeah,
here. You want me to look at it?
Yeah, I would say take a look at this because
Okay.
just even looking at this is a dramatic difference. Now I am noticing, and I don't know if this is because of the mods that we have in, or if it's because of the new lenses, that certain things are popping in and out. It looks like a graphical thing though, not necessarily.
Oh no, I just saw it.
Okay. So
Yeah,
it's
we're
graphical.
seeing that on the screen.
Yeah, that's how
Okay.
They did install a bunch of mods on this game, but what they're looking at is what they're used to playing. So if they see enhancements, it's enhancements on the graphics with the mods they already had installed. We haven't installed any new mods since this upgrade.
Okay, I don't understand the headset, why it feels more comfortable.
I don't think the headset feels more comfortable. I think you're not adjusting it constantly to get the sweet spot.
Okay, here's what I noticed in this game. Okay, so when I put on the headset, I needed to hone in on the sweet spot like I typically do. So I needed to move like the headset up and down. I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about and who's watching. I needed to move it up and down and then tighten it to get that sweet spot going. But I noticed that once that sweet spot is there, it's a much wider sweet spot. So once you're dialed in, visually, it's much wider.
Here's the other thing they said too, and I haven't looked at this. Do me a favor, look at this. Instead of moving your head, move your eyes and see if you can look around. Because if you put back on the other headset, looking with your eyes, you would see a blur going left and right.
All right. I'm doing that now. I can tell you that if I look to my right and to my left. Now, the problem is, okay, hold on. Now, no, it's clear. It's clear when you just move your eyes. There's no, to be honest with you, the whole thing that I'm looking at right now is clear. I don't see any type of it doesn't blur out in any spot in my field of view in this game. Like, I'm not seeing any place where it's blurry at all, even if I move my eyes. I can tell you that it does look like that. Hey.
I spend a lot of time at the market stall, so I can run emergency.
Stop talking to the women.
They look a little better. I think that mod worked. So how you doing? Here's what I noticed. I noticed that, and maybe it's because I'm focusing on it, but I noticed that I can see the black. The field of view doesn't seem to be as wide as the original lens.
You notice the outside of the lens.
You do. However, here's what I can tell you. Before you did this mod, I purposely put on my old headset and looked to see if I could see the outer portions of my lenses, and I could.
Yeah, so could I. You got a goggle sense with the old headset if you concentrated on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, now that I'm concentrating on it, I see it. I see it, but I have to tell you, this is a lot clearer.
Go into the Dragon's Reach, into the building. Because I know you were really impressed with that, with the lighting, the dramatic lighting effects. Do you remember how to do it?
Look for God rays while you're in there.
Look for what?
God rays.
God rays.
Oh, I'm too close. Yeah. So right now, typically I would see God rays with the level loading because this is all black. I saw 0 God rays. So no God rays. Okay, this is impressive. This is pretty nice. Oh, here's something. Okay, here's something. Oh, sorry. I'm used to. I have to usually get the controller set up. Or it may be. Okay, it's really weird. In this lens, on these lenses, I can actually see the film on the lens. If that makes sense.
So you're seeing the screen door effect.
I don't know if it's the screen door effect. I wouldn't call it a screen door effect. I think it's just the lens itself. Like you can, or maybe it's this room. You know what? I take that back. It may be the mist in this room. It may be because I'm seeing things so clear now that I'm actually seeing the mist in the room. I'm going to go back out and see if I notice that. This looks quite impressive, though. This looks quite impressive. I'm going to head back out. See if I notice this out there. And it's not.
Dude, you know what's going to be a good test not on this stream, and maybe we'll do another stream. Is VR pool, because the pool balls were really hard to make out the numbers, even with everything in high resolution.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. So here's my impressions of this. Now that I'm looking around, everything that you see in the distance is amazing. Like you see more visually in the distance than you typically would, and it's not a mod that we put in because we played this area before on the old headset. So distance-wise, it's much better. As I'm sitting here and I'm moving, I do see the screen door effect a little bit. But I think it's because I'm looking for the screen door effect right now. Before I wasn't looking for it, I didn't see it. But now that I'm looking at it and I'm looking for it, I see it. And I do see, well, you know what? No. It's not that bad. What I'm seeing is I'm seeing the curvature a little bit.
Which hopefully we can fix.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So you're seeing the barrel distortion.
If we compensated this barrel distortion, if that mod actually worked the barrel distortion fix, this would be an amazing difference. An amazing difference. Like, I'm looking at, okay, here's another thing that I noticed. Hands down, okay, I can tell you exactly how much better this is. Right now, if I had a bow and arrow in my hand, I literally would be shooting at what I think would be somebody in the distance based off of movement. It's almost like, hey, I see a line of pixels. I'm going to shoot at that line of pixels. In here, now, all the way down where those homes are, like I'm far up, and the homes are like way down.
Let me show them what you're seeing.
Way further than a typical, like if you're in a cave. It's much further distance than what you would see if you were in a cave. So I'm looking at a house right now. Now the person just left. There was somebody who was walking all the way up on the other side just a little bit ago. I literally could have taken a bow and arrow and probably, like right there's somebody's walking. I could hit a headshot from here where typically all I would be doing is shooting at movement. And that to me is a huge difference. Like, huge difference. So that is impressive.
All right, so we're hitting the 2 hour mark. Did you want Did you want to go into something else real quick, or did you want to wrap this up and give the overall?
Also, Helix or Andy said, I think we were forgetting ATS/ATS.
Oh, no, don't forget about that. You know what? We should do a follow-up video. We'll launch some games, and we'll actually give our impressions of games, because I own American Truck Simulator and love it. Play it, got it all set up, and I can't wait to try this with ATS. So I will give you a true impressions on ATS. If it's blurrier, I'll let you know.
I can tell you if ATS looked anything like Elite Dangerous, that is, dude, I gotta tell you, once you start moving around and you stop focusing on the things that we're looking for,
right.
All of us are looking for, it is a vast improvement, dude. It's a I want to say a good 40 to 50% improvement on what it was. I mean, if I'm comparing this to the 2.0, and I'm saying that this is 100% what I'm used to, and I would say that the Pro is hopefully twice as good as this. I'm looking at something, and I would have to believe is in the middle somewhere.
Yeah. All right, you want to find out? All right, I'm going to take a poll. Does anybody want us to continue? We'll try the lab, or one other game.
Yeah, because I don't want to waste anybody's time.
Or should we end it here and then give our impressions, our overall impressions on the entire experience tonight, this 2 hour experience?
This is pretty remarkable. Like, she's, I mean, from over here, I'd bang her. Before, I would look and go, oh, it's a shadow.
ABC said, it's insane we can praise these cheap mobile headset lenses so much when we're replacing the lenses on the flagship desktop headset.
I know. Tell me about it. It's almost jokeable to think that I didn't spend $15.99 on. He just jump scared.
Does anybody see that?
I didn't spend $15.99 on lenses, and I would have been more than happy to spend $15.99 on lenses. I'd bought the entire VR headset from Samsung and used the lenses. So, this, I don't know, they should make this an option for people to do.
Joe wants to know opinion here. So in the end, you would verify that this mod does indeed work and is a notable improvement. I'm looking forward to my mod next week.
Yes, I would say
absolutely
a huge difference in clarity. Clarity, it's hands down. You'll notice it the second you put on the VR headset on how much clearer and crisper everything is, how much more vivid things are because they're clearer. The drawbacks is that, and again, I want to emphasize that you truly have to be looking for this stuff, because once you forget about it, you're forgetting about it. The barrel distortion is is there. It's not as bad as what people say it is. At least for me and for Bob and for Amanda, it wasn't as bad as what we thought. It can be fixed. I mean, we haven't did that mod yet.
And you do lose, I got to tell you, you lose some field of view.
There you go, Troy. I was just about to
But,
pose that question.
but not enough to think about not doing this mod. Dude.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
I'm
the
sitting
field,
here going,
the
"Wow."
gains that you get from it, like the small field of view you get, the barrel distortion, which can be fixed. It's literally, if you're not afraid to do it, to me, it's a no-brainer.
And Andy said leaves the Vive on when you go to turn off the screen because he wants to try it. So.
So did you want to jump into something else, or did you want to end the stream?
I think that I can tell you that this is probably right now. This is probably the most popular game people are playing. Big difference in this one, and the big question was Elite. A lot of people asked about Elite, and I think we answered that. We didn't take it out, but I can tell you I'm right now at night, and oh shit, hold on, let me put away. Oh, I want to see something. I know you're not supposed to do this, but
Can you do it on your character?
No, I'll do it under your character.
What the? Oh my god.
I've got a hungry daughter.
Wow.
So my produce is really the only thing I care about.
Okay. All right, let me put away my.
What was the?
Okay, that was a good test. First of all, I'm at night. I'm not seeing any God rays at all. Matter of fact, there's smoke.
I work with my mother. Sell fruits and
Get away.
vegetables.
There's smoke that we have the lighting effects installed in Skyrim. There's smoke that bellows off of the fire. That smoke I can see visibly going all the way up into the sky. Before, what I would see is I would see the smoke and then it would blur away from it. But I'm seeing the separation of the smoke all the way up in the sky. That's the first thing. Second thing is when I shot that arrow, I was able to follow not just the arrow, but the actual direction of the arrow all the way through the sky before it disappeared. So I knew the arrow was still arcing up or falling down based off of the angle of the arrow. I was able to detect that standing here as it disappeared, which I would not have been able to do with the old lenses.
So you heard it from Isaac Newton himself. So Michael wants to know the question if the barrel will not give you a headache in 2 hours.
That is a good question. Now, I can tell you that I'm feeling what Mandy was feeling, which is a little bit of an eye strain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think that the
It's a
next step for this
compensation.
mod would be that compensation, would be to get rid of the barrel. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
The barrel is not bad, but it's enough where you would want to try it to see if it fixes it. I don't know if I would have a headache playing this for 2, 3 hours, 4 hours. I'd have to play it, but I definitely would recommend, if you're going to do this mod, to try to fix the barrel.
Because apparently that's what happens with Pimax because of the distortion on the sides.
Yeah, I would definitely try to fix that. If that works, it's to me it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. But I like right now I'm looking at a black door with a white symbol. Typically I would see God rays from that, and I'm not seeing God rays. There's no God rays coming off of that. So this definitely killed the God rays.
Okay, so let's wrap up with the mod itself. The mod was not as easy as what everybody
No.
said it
start
was.
there. It was not. You do need to have
You
the
do
balls
you
to
do
it.
have to have patience, and yeah, you're right. You got to be careful. So the taking apart of the Samsung VR
Right.
wasn't that bad, especially if you're not needing the Samsung VR and this is all you're using it for.
Yeah,
I could care
would-
less if those screws go back
I
in.
would
or
go
not.
into it thinking that you're going to trash a Samsung VR.
Right.
That's my thought.
Taking out that lenses was cake. Just remember to separate the two. The biggest hurdle is taking out the lenses of the Vive. And that is the most scary part. And it is not as easy as what people made it out to be. Using
Having
a suction cup was a
having two
huge
people-
help.
2 people was
Yeah,
a big help.
a suction cup was a huge help because that prevented it from dropping inside the Vive. And if you had 2 people, you could pry it off like we did. But it is not as simple as what people. That was the biggest hurdle to overcome, was taking that
And dust.
and dust and getting dust inside, which you hear people complain about. Now we will have
Which
to.
I got to tell you, I don't think it was the matter of timing, and I don't think it's how you did it. I think based off of the amount of prying that we were doing, you were probably prying the.
Yeah, I don't know how to avoid that.
Yeah, if anybody's going to pry that up, they're probably pushing
Some of that adhesive into
onto the screen.
So-
I don't think it's unavoidable.
So don't do, if you recap our video, don't do what we did, and that's just close it back up without looking inside to see if there's
Yeah.
anything inside. It's not a bad spec. In fact, I probably would forget about it.
No, there's 3 on there that would eventually drive me nuts.
Okay, so we're probably going to have to take that lens back off
Yeah.
and use the lens cleaner suction thing to get those specs out
Yeah,
of
we
there.
are.
And then get those specs out. Aside from that, though, that's the scariest part of doing the whole thing. It's a piece of cake as long as your 3D printer prints it out, right? It's a piece of cake to put the lenses in there, and it was easy to fit into the HTC Vive.
How long did it take you, for people that have the 3D printer, how long did it take you to print that? Do you remember?
Oh, it took me 3 hours to print the ones with the threads,
screw.
which we didn't use.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, we didn't use those threads, and it took, I think, about the same, because they were about the same size, like 2.5, because I printed 4 of those. So
Oh,
I did
okay.
all those at the same time.
But
So-
you only really needed 2 of them.
No, but I printed you a copy.
Okay, so just printing out a copy.
2 would probably be an hour and a half.
About an hour and a
Yeah,
half. So the
so-
hour and a half print job.
Yeah, and that's at 0.1. So if you do 0.2, which is recommended for that one, it would
And you're
probably
looking
take
at
you
about
like
45 minutes.
45 minutes to an hour. So if you have a 3D printer, printing them files would be, hardly any time. You could probably do that while you're taking apart everything.
So a couple comments here from ABC. The perceived barrel distortion is very subjective, person-to-person, headset-to-headset. For me, it was unbearable before deleting the config, before updating the config, and even then I had to manually change it to work for me. And then Michael asked him, did it fix perfectly? ABC replied, there's room for improvement, yes. It's not quite perfect now, but it's definitely usable, and I'm being picky. And then ABC even said further, there's a few folks in the Vive subreddit working on really nailing the distortion correction.
Yeah.
So
And-
it is a possibility that it could get fixed.
And to comment on ABC, when he says I'm being picky, you really are being picky. If you're looking for the perfect Vive, solution, then don't go this route, because you're not. But if you look past the distortion, I didn't see it that much. It wasn't that bad. You have to look for
when you're
it.
moving around in Skyrim. If you start looking at it, you're gonna see it.
Right.
When you start
If you're looking for it.
But until somebody brought it back up, did I not look for it? But I can tell you, once I started looking for it, I could probably focus on it.
Right.
It still would probably be worth updating that file. and
Yeah,
seeing if
because
you could
by
do it.
focusing on it, at least you can
You could-
adjust it.
Exactly. So if you adjust that, then it's a home run.
Yeah.
It's a home run.
So is it worth doing? I'm going to say, yeah, it is definitely worth doing as long as you have the patience to do it. It is absolutely worth doing. I think it is. The end result is a much clearer, crisper, vibrant experience. It really is.
But you take your Vive in your own hands.
Yeah, but don't do it because of us. Do it for you.
Literally, you're taking a blade to the side of your lenses.
Yeah,
You
right.
scratch them up, and then it wasn't worth doing.
So what we'll do, and maybe we'll do another live video, but what we'll do is I won't touch the barrel correction. Let's save that for another video, and then we'll do the barrel correction, and then we'll do ATS and a couple other games, and we'll see how we
All right.
make out
So
with
maybe
that.
we'll shoot for tomorrow for the barrel correction.
Yeah.
Because you're going to try ATS anyhow, right?
Yeah, I'm going to try the ATS and see how that looks.
Should we just wait and do a first impression of ATS?
Yeah, we'll do an ATS
Okay.
first impression.
Okay.
And then we'll do the barrel correction, and we'll go back into these 3 games. And if somebody else requests the game, just throw it on their Reddit page. And then we'll do another one where we do everything.
Yeah, I think we should wrap this up, and that's how I think that's our next step. But it's pretty good. Pretty good.
So we'll wrap up our video here. We have one more Vive we're going to do, and I'm going to fix the specs that are in the
Right.
current one. But overall, extremely happy with the mod, and very impressed with it. So I think we'll end it there, and want to thank everybody for joining.
Yeah, thanks for the help.
Yeah, and thank everybody for your help,
Yeah, that was
ABC
very
especially.
cool.
Thank you.
And then we'll update the Reddit posts for tomorrow night's feed if we're going to do tomorrow night to go live.
Yeah,
We'll just update this one.
yep. Well, just keep an eye on the Reddit post, and you know, you can subscribe to this channel. We don't post too many videos on here, but
I
if you
don't
want to
think there's any
subscribe,
videos
no,
on
this
this
this was
channel.
our first. So you know, subscribe, do what you want, and we'll keep everybody posted on the file and our impressions of the next games.
All right.
All right, thanks everyone.
Call it a success.